Excited about all of them. A great group to work with every single day. Satisfied with and happy with where we are right now. Obviously, a lot of improvement still has to be made before we play game one, but really happy with where we are right now as a group overall.
Is there a younger guy that you feel like you can, count on right now, or count on more than maybe fall camp started?
Yeah, absolutely. We feel like we can count on a lot of those young guys, starting with Aiden Lawfrey. He had a really good scrimmage two and scrimmage one. He improved in scrimmage two, obviously, but Caden Fagan has had a great camp as well. He's a guy to take a look at as well. He's coming as well. So those young guys are coming along, and look for some big things from them.
Coach, having two guys in Doka Walker award list, how does that make you feel?
It's those preseason awards. I'm happy for them, obviously, but we have to do the work now, right? We have to do the work in order to be a part of that, and those guys are focused on the day-to-day work, that we have to put in order to beat Toledo.
Did you have to tell them who Doka Walker was?
Nah, those guys are football historians. They kind of know who Doak Walker is.
You mentioned it in scrimmage too, but is pass protection maybe the last hurdle for you guys to get total trust in the guys in your room?
I would just say it's always, from a pass protection standpoint, it's always important on every level, right? You got to protect the quarterback at all costs. So it's normally one of the last things that comes for younger guys. But I think overall we've been fine. I think guys are actually above the curve and doing well from where we are.
Josh McCray kind of changed his body a little bit and
Absolutely.
staying healthy. What are some signs you've seen that he could have like a bounce back year this year?
I think the thing from the spring to now, his football IQ has improved immensely, and just he's playing faster. Which obviously, the more you know, the faster you can play. I think he's been intentional with his work and the detail and the things that we've asked him to prove on, and I think he's done that. And we look for big things from him as well.
The way he's changed his body, does that add something to his ability to bounce runs outside and that kind of stuff?
That adds the ability to be able to bounce outside, but it adds an ability to be able to play longer, right? It adds an ability to be able. We talk about availability is your number one ability. It adds to that as well, right? Being in better shape, being faster, right? Being able to make cuts that you normally wouldn't be able to make when you're bigger. So all those things add up to being a pretty good elite back.
I'm sure you've been asked about Reggie, but what does he bring to your running back room?
Leadership, right? Leadership from day one. He's the oldest guy in the room. He's been there longer. He's a very intelligent football player, understands the game at a high level, and so he leads in that way. He's a buddy to all those guys. Work ethic, right, has improved. So he's the guy that everybody looks to in the room to go and when they have questions and things like that. So.
You obviously recruited him out of high school. How has he changed since those early conversations to where you guys are at now?
He's changed. He's gotten obviously bigger, stronger. Tanks does an outstanding job with all of our guys, but looks different, obviously. And he still has great vision. The things I watched him in high school in the state championship game, him and Isaiah, all those guys, was his vision, right? And he still has great vision, and pretty good speed as well. Catches the ball out of the backfield really well. And he's phenomenal in pass protection. So just a complete back, what you want to have in your room.
As you phase out of camp, how do you juggle, the reps that you're going to give your guys and having so much talent in your room?
Every day, man. Renters do it every day. You earn it. You earn your reps, right? You earn your reps every single day. They all know it, whether you're at the top or the bottom. You always earn your reps, and that, the guys understand that, right? The better you play, the more you play. And that's every single day at practice. That's every single game as well.
What's maybe a sign you see where you can tell that the guys have maybe stopped processing and then going, and then they can maybe just go?
Right. Just film study, right? You start to, things slow down to them, and especially for the younger guys. And as things slow down, they speed up. And so you stop seeing them think about it and just react, right? And it looks totally different. They don't look like they're thinking about it. They just go react, and they're seeing things a lot faster. And that helps. That's a part of the process of growing up and becoming an elite player, because the game is fast, right? The game is super fast, and so they have to speed everything up by the fundamentals that we work on. and seeing obviously a lot of film study, things really speed up and slow down for them.
How do you approach that as a coach? Because I mean, it has to be different for every
It
guy
is.
in your room.
Yeah, it's you approach it like they're level one, right? Obviously, Reggie's played a lot of football. He's played football. Josh has played some football, but you start from ground up and you build it, right? Because you have guys in your room that are freshmen, right? Some that played, some that didn't play, but you got to start from ground up. I always talk about from 100 level, just like going to college, right? 100 level to 400 level, right? There's levels for it, and we teach all from the 100 level to the 400 level.
With the kind of versatility and the numbers, to find their niche, do the guys have to find that niche within the offense, or are there some skill sets that you kind of dial up stuff that fits their style?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Guys have shown what they can do throughout from the spring down to the training camp, and still developing. And I think we know what they can do as of today. Obviously, you want to keep improving on the guys' weaknesses, but we will. The offense has a lot. It's really running back friendly, and so we have a ton of guys who can do a lot of different things. So the flexibility is good.
Thanks, Coach.